and gentlemen, Ibrahim Troare, the youngest leader, right? The youngest leader of Africa. He is around 36 or 37. A married man, a humble man, and he pretty much got the video that I'm about to play. Yeah, man, I recorded it. I'm going to post it, guys. Trust me, I'm going to post it. Don't worry about it. That will be put out. Yeah, man, thank you so much, everybody. Wow. So, Ibrahim Troare, ladies and gentlemen, took over his country of Burkina Faso, and immediately he has made some changes that simply make other leaders around the world look very, very bad. And I'm just going to stick to the one here in Jamaica and not talk about the rest of the other leaders around the world that look bad. The people that are in those places that watch this video and listen to what this man has done, you can make a clear judgment of your leader after looking what this man has done for his people as a military man. Just to update you, at this point the other day, Ibrahim Troare tendered his resignation to the people of Burkina Faso, and I bet you wouldn't tell me what happened. The people rejected his resignation, and the people said, you have to maintain and continue being our leader. I don't think you heard what I said. The man sending his resignation, ladies and gentlemen, and the people of Burkina Faso said, ain't no way. We are not ready for you to go, Mr. Ibrahim Troare. You have to stay as the prime minister, as the president of Burkina Faso. Which leader in the Caribbean, except for the one in St. Vincent, the other day that come to Jamaica or Portland, come talk? Which leader in the Caribbean can boast that the people of the country? No, the other one too. The next one they will run away Sandals from out time place and tell them so they must go on. Him one next one. But outside of those two, how much leaders in the Caribbean and the world can boast that the people of the country want you to maintain and remain? Call it about unanimously. Everybody, there is no disagreement. Every single person in Burkina Faso said you cannot leave. You cannot remove yourself. You have to stay as the president of Burkina Faso. Why did Ibrahim Troare do this? Because the entire world, including the United States and France, alright, are pressuring, using their house slaves in other African countries to pressure Ibrahim Troare to say that he's a dictator. Right? But because Ibrahim Troare is doing right by the people refuse to let him go. So I want you guys to listen to this video, and I'm going to make sure that I point you in the direction of the content creator of these videos, so you can go and listen to various videos that they have done covering Ibrahim Troare and what is going on in Africa, because it needs to be highlighted, ladies and gentlemen. It absolutely needs to be highlighted. You understand? This is the page. Hold on there. I have to give them full credit. Wait. This is the page. This is one of many pages that actually cover Ibrahim Troare and what's going on in Africa. Alright? So make sure you guys go over there and subscribe. Right? Big page, so you know, 651,000 subscribers, and I am going to add to that. Alright? So I'm going to go over there and subscribe. Let's listen.
Troare, on behalf of many aggrieved soldiers, went to Ouagadougou to speak with President Damiba. He asked for an audience with the presidents, but never received an answer. Faced with what they saw as contempt, Troare and other officers of his generation decided to take action. A at dawn on September 30th, 2022, gunfire erupted across Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso. It was the opening act of a coup that would shake the nation. By 8 p.m. local time, a striking scene unfolded on national television. A soldier in military fatigues, wearing a bulletproof vest and a red beret, appeared on the Burkina Broadcasting Corporation, RTB. Surrounded by hooded and helmeted men, he delivered a bombshell announcement. Captain Ibrahim Troare was taking over as head of the Patriotic Movement for Safeguard and Restoration, MPSR, overthrowing Lieutenant Colonel Paul-Henri Sandaogo Damiba. The coup leaders justified their actions by accusing Damiba of betraying their shared vision. They claimed he had failed to address the deteriorating security situation that had initially motivated the January 2022 coup, which brought him to power. Instead, they said, Damiba had focused on unfortunate political adventures, neglecting the fight to reclaim territories occupied by jihadist insurgents. According to Troare, he and other officers had attempted to persuade Damiba to refocus on the rebellion, but his refusal left them with no choice but to remove him. Discontent had been brewing for months, especially among younger officers who carried the hardest burden of the fight against armed groups linked to ISIL and Al-Qaeda. The elite Cobra unit, known for its frontline operations, faced delays in pay, further deepening frustrations. When the plotters launched their coup on September 30th, Troare, still a captain, found strong support within the Cobra unit, which played a key role in the operation. Traore's junta declared its commitment to addressing the country's challenges. They vowed to refocus on national security, restore territorial integrity, and uphold Burkina Faso's international commitments, including respect for human rights. Additionally, they announced plans to diversify Burkina Faso's international partnerships in the fight against jihadism.
My name is Stephen Graham. For over a decade, I've taken
However, the coup soon escalated into a broader crisis. On October 1st, with their takeover appearing to struggle, Troare and his officers accused Damiba of seeking refuge at the French military base in Kamboinsin, where they claimed he was planning a counter-offensive. In a nation filled with anti-French sentiment, this claim ignited outrage. Although the French government denied the allegation, thousands of protesters took to the streets of Ouagadougou and Bobo-Dioulasso, targeting the French embassy and cultural institutes. What began as a military coup transformed into a popular uprising against perceived foreign interference. During the night, momentum shifted decisively in Traore's favor. Several army units, including the Air Force and Special Forces, declared their allegiance to him. By the next morning, Damiba was forced to resign. He reportedly agreed to step down on the condition that his safety and the safety of his allies were guaranteed. The whole world was astonished 6 days later when he came to swear in as the interim leader after he had relied on the strength of a hidden weapon. At that time, he arrived at the venue before the press and its writers, wearing military attire and walking with a step that made you remember his role was to engage in combat. What surprised those present was that he was wearing a face mask, as he didn't want those watching him to see his face, which could have scared some of them. Then, a document with 3 sentences in French was handed to him. With his hand raised, he said,
I swear before the people of Burkina Faso and on my honor to preserve, respect, uphold, and defend the Constitution, the Charter of Transition, and the laws, to make every effort to guarantee justice to all inhabitants of Burkina Faso.
At just 34 years old, Captain Ibrahim Troare was installed as transitional president, becoming the world's youngest leader at the time. Thousands of Burkinabe citizens gathered in the capital to celebrate his ascension in what resembled a victory parade. Captain Ibrahim Troare is so young that to match his age to Paul Biya, the 91-year-old president of Cameroon and Africa's oldest leader, you would need to double Traore's age and then add 19 years. Captain Ibrahim Troare remarked that he has no interest in the formalities of wearing political suits or engaging in political posturing. His focus is on reviving a nation that seemed to be falling apart. He declared that he is prepared to make any sacrifice to ensure his country can once again breathe the air of peace and freedom.
No sacrifice will be too great to take this country out of the situation in which it finds itself. So, our commitment is for a return to peace, and our compass will always be the people.
However, it became evident to the more observant minds that Ibrahim Troare is backed by a man of St. Petersburg, Vladimir Putin. Just 2 days after the coup took place, a journalist from the New York Times, Elian Peltier, stated, "In Burkina Faso, the man who staged a coup was himself ousted by another." In this article, Elian Peltier revealed that he had uncovered clear evidence of the involvement of the Wagner Group and Russia in everything Troare did. 2 days later, Edward McAllister of Reuters corroborated this, affirming that he had followed the developments closely and found that those attempting to challenge or undermine Troare should tread carefully, as Russia stood firmly behind him. Nevertheless, Troare denied all these claims, telling France 24 that he did not need Wagner soldiers from Russia, as he had already established a local version of Wagner in Burkina Faso. He stated,
"I do not need Wagner soldiers from Russia because I have our own Wagner here, called VDP, Volontaires pour la Défense de la Patrie. These are volunteer fighters ready to protect and defend the land of Burkina Faso."
However, the secrecy surrounding his connections with the Russians came to light.
Just a question. How much are the Jamaican, and big up yourself, Kimon, great conversation and great question raising in the chat. How much Jamaicans is willing to do that? Volunteer to protect this wonderful land of ours from enemies of the state. How much of us are willing to do that? Man, I want to say big salute to all of those volunteers in Burkina Faso. Those are real patriots. Real patriots. Let's continue.
On September 27, 2023, in St. Petersburg, when he attended the Russia-Africa Summit. During the event, he openly stated that Russia is one family with Burkina Faso. For him, it is not just Burkina Faso, as Russia is one family with all of Africa due to the shared history between Africa and Russia. Troare said,
"It feels like a family in the sense that Russia is also a family for Africa. It is a family because we have the same history. Russia made enormous sacrifices to liberate the world from Nazism during the Second World War. The people of Africa, our grandfathers, were also forcibly deported to help Europe get rid of Nazism."
Hey, Kimon, talk truth, no man. That me a talk. Let's go back.
However, the secrecy surrounding his connections with the Russians came to light on September 27, 2023, in St. Petersburg, when he attended the Russia-Africa Summit. During the event, he openly stated that Russia is one family with Burkina Faso. For him, it is not just Burkina Faso, as Russia is one family with all of Africa due to the shared history between Africa and Russia. Troare said,
"It feels like a family in the sense that Russia is also a family for Africa. It is a family because we have the same history. Russia made enormous sacrifices to liberate the world from Nazism during the Second World War. The people of Africa, our grandfathers, were also forcibly deported to help Europe get rid of Nazism. We share the same history in the sense that we are the forgotten peoples of the world, whether in the history books, in documentaries, or in film."
Those who heard this said, "Now Troare, we have proof. You can no longer deny your ties with the Russians, especially since you call them brothers, and openly declare without hesitation your support for working with them." Troare initially promised to hold democratic elections by July 2024. However, on May 25, 2024, the junta announced an extension of its rule for another 5 years, with Troare remaining in power. The decision sparked mixed reactions domestically and internationally, as many questioned whether it marked a retreat from the promised transition to civilian governance. Since Traore's rise to power, relations with France, Burkina Faso's former colonial ruler, have remained tense. Demonstrations demanding an end to the French military presence reflect a broader sentiment across West Africa and the Sahel, where anti-French sentiment is growing. Traore's leadership has also seen Burkina Faso strengthen ties with other global partners, signaling a shift in the nation's foreign policy. In January 2023, Burkina Faso gave France 1 month to withdraw its troops as it ended a military accord that allowed French troops to fight insurgents on its territory, citing a wish for Burkina Faso to defend itself. The following month, in February 2023, the two countries, France and Burkina Faso, officially marked the end of French military operations in the West African nation after a flag-lowering ceremony at the French Special Forces camp. Since the time of coup up to today, Ibrahim Troare consistently appeared in military combat attire, complete with a red beret, tactical gloves, and a pistol on his right thigh. This has become his signature look. So today, how is this youngest president in the world, Captain Ibrahim Troare, who took power through a military coup, living? Does he ride in luxurious and expensive cars like other African presidents who exist to exploit their countries?
Pay attention.
Does he live in lavish homes? How does he and his family live? Ibrahim Troare, the president of Burkina Faso, has chosen a different path, one that rejects the status quo. While most African leaders live in palaces, indulge in luxury, and draw enormous salaries, Troare made an unprecedented decision. He refused the $76,000 salary, the standard for presidents in his country. Instead, he kept his military captain's pay, which is significantly less. He chose to put his people above personal gain. His story is not just about Burkina.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to put that into context. Do you know that I want you guys to go look up Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is rich in resources, gold, as a matter of fact. I'm telling you, why you think the French are down there? Why you think the Americans are in Africa? It's because of the resources, ladies and gentlemen. They want to control the resources. So once the countries are disenfranchised, right, and they have puppet leaders, they can continue to pillage and take away from our motherland. And it really hurts when I hear Jamaicans don't connect themselves to Africa and they want to disassociate themselves from it. And I'm like, you're from one of the wealthiest places on earth and you don't want to take your birthright? I'm like, what is wrong with these people? But anyway, separate and apart from that, as a leader, ladies and gentlemen, this man not only did not take the salary, he kept the one that he was still getting, and he went a step further. Listen to this. Big up Blind in our place.
Faso, it's about the future of African leadership. In just 2 years, Ibrahim Troare has done what many leaders on the continent can only dream of achieving in a lifetime. But what sets him apart isn't just his choice to decline wealth, it's his entire approach to leadership. To give some context, in Burkina Faso, the average presidential salary is $76,000 annually. For comparison, the average salary of an African president is $170,000 a year. Meanwhile, the average monthly income in Burkina Faso is a mere $73. But Troare didn't.
Pause. So the politicians then before Ibrahim Troare was making $76,000, and the average citizen in Jamaica was making in Burkina Faso was making $73. Ladies and gentlemen, doesn't that sound very familiar to what's going on in Jamaica right now? How much millions of dollars is the Prime Minister making? And how much money is the Jamaicans making? Right? Let us do the math. Alright? $15,000 is the minimum wage for a week or 2 weeks or so. $15,000 a week, right? Alright, so that's $60,000 a month. And 60,000 times 12. Jamaicans are making on average $720,000 for the year, and that I think is before tax. Now the politicians are making $20+ million a year. Some of them 18, some of them near 30. Guys, you see what's going on here? Do you see what's going on here? The persons that are made are elected to manage our tax dollars that are pooled up is making crazy, enormous, disgusting amount of money compared to the citizens of Jamaica. Is this what Michael Manley wanted? I think not. What did he say? A politician is a servant and they should live simple and amongst the people. What are these politicians doing? Driving Benzes, and then when they talk them say a bad mind. Them say a bad mind, ladies and gentlemen, when you talk. Especially Andrew Holness that never worked a job in his life but has been a politician all his life. He owes the Jamaican people everything him have and possess. Because it's the Jamaican people money pay him. Anyway you want to split it, him owe us. Him don't have no business outside. When him just coming up, him did poor. And you would think a man like that came from what he came from, would deal with the people of Jamaica in a good way. Ibrahim Troare, when compared to Andrew Holness is a speck of dirt under him foot as a leader. And what leadership qualities? I mean, not take back, not talk, listen to me. Me mean every word I say a while ago. $720,000 the Jamaican people are get. Eh? For the year. And that is before tax. Tax have to come out of the $15,000. Mind you. So it have to run off and something like $600,000. Maybe $610,000 or $620,000. When I really think about it. And Andrew Holness and in government official them is making millions of dollars a year. Eh? People wanna know about out.
Ball out! Whoa! We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them out there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out from Portland. Take them out. I hear Portland. Me go Portland. Why me travel to Portland? Take out somebody, man or woman.
Stop at rejecting his salary. In a bold move to ensure that his people's resources went toward their future, he reduced government salaries by 20%. This was not just a symbolic gesture, it was a real effort to redirect resources from the government's pockets to the nation's most pressing needs. What Troare did with the money saved from his salary and the cuts in government wages got people's attention. He reinvested it back into the country, focusing on long-term projects that would empower his people.
People, when you hear that? 20% of the 76,000. The man goes to Bobs and say, hey, 7,600 times 2, that are 14,000. $15,200 off of every politician money cut. You hear me say? 15,000 off of every politician cut. And for sure, you say the man a lead by example. The man don't take them pay none at all. Fee money in total goes to that same effort to put it and invest it back in the people. Do you know that this man, one of the first things he did was to deal with food security? The man buy how much chuck and seed and farming equipment, pesticides, all type of thing the man buy. And the man create like an army of farmers. You hear me I tell you? The man create an army of farmers. The man even create one army to protect the farmer them. There was he created a specific army to protect the farmers. When the man said food security, he mean it. You see people actually about them run a farm and a thief. Try that at Burkina Faso and see what I'm telling you. You end up in a jail or dead. I can tell you that right now, depending upon how hard you go. Because if you're running like say you have weapon, them are going to shoot you. You understand what I deal with? And if they catch your thief, them are going to carry you to prison. If you come normal, them are going to carry you to prison. I'm telling you. That's one of the first things the man do. The man buy how much bike if you give the same farmer, the same police them where soldier them or whatever you want, armed forces. We are protect the farmer them. In give them bike so they can Burkina Faso big, you know. And them have to protect the area them and you know the farm them big. So the best thing for do I get bike for them. The man buy bike. Right? Just say how you doing, love, pick up yourself. This is what the leader of Burkina Faso did for his people. Eh? Let's continue. This is a lesson to Jamaican people. Them look on a real leader and compare him to Andrew Holness and tell me about what prosperity. This country, if left alone, right, with the leadership of Ibrahim Troare, they are going to be light years ahead of us in 5 years. What me say a while ago? They are going to be light. They are going to be like you seeing both a run past. I would think say we look like we're in a reverse, in a light speed reverse. When them done pass we, and they have a lot of problems over there, ladies and gentlemen. They have a lot of problems. Them have real problems. Jamaica not even have a problem like what them have. Them have people that are jihadists who actually are trying to destabilize them country. Them have to fight real battle and get up and shoot and protect them borders and protect them people from terrorists. But we in Jamaica have our leaders in government who are the terrorists. What can go so?
What can go so?
Mighty God.
What can go so?
Troare invested in building schools, mechanizing agriculture, and even setting up textile factories. He took the initiative to create domestic tomato processing plants to reduce dependency on imports and build a more sustainable agricultural sector. But perhaps most impressively, he laid the foundation for oil refineries. These are not short-term projects, they're long-term investments that will drive the country's economy for decades to come. This isn't just talk, these are real, measurable steps toward transforming Burkina Faso's economy. In a continent where most leaders flaunt their wealth, boasting fleets of expensive cars, private jets, and sprawling mansions, Troare has chosen simplicity. He drives a basic car, wears military fatigues, and lives modestly. This is a stark contrast to leaders across Africa, where opulence is often seen as a symbol of power. Troare has rejected that notion entirely. He lives by a simple principle. His duty is to his people, not to luxury. His leadership style has earned him comparisons to Burkina Faso's revolutionary hero, Thomas Sankara. Like Sankara, Troare values service over personal comfort, proving that humility in leadership doesn't equate to weakness. It strengthens the bond between a leader and their people.
Father God, me pray for one leader like this in Jamaica. I pray, Father God, for a leader like this in Jamaica. I don't mind if him could have migrated come here so and just, I don't know. Brethren, you see, and you know, I want the people, I want the comrade them, will listen to me. You see the comrade them, we have links with the MP them. Splash DJ, when you talk to your MP, Mr. Dr. Alfred Dawes, I'm going to relay that message to him. Tell him, say, if they want the Jamaican people to take this government, the PMP, seriously, I want them to not only, I want the future Prime Minister, Mark Golding, right? I want him to announce that when his party go in power, they are going to reduce the salary of all of the politicians them by 100%. You hear me say a while ago? If they want us to take them seriously, they need to take a page out of Ibrahim Troare book. They need to reduce the salaries of all, not one, every single member of the government by one. Cut it in half. Cut it into half because they increase it to 200 and 300%. Mark Golding, if you want the Jamaican people to take you seriously, my general, and it will carry us a long way in helping to bring back the economy from the depths of hell where Andrew Holness carry to. Me want all of uno, all of the people them where whole heap of comrade over here, all of the comrade them, tell the government say, fit carry down the blouse and skirt salary of all of the politicians them when them go in a power by 100%. 50%, I really mean 50%, because you're going to cut it into half. It needs to be cut into 50% because what it is presently at was an exorbitant amount of money where it shouldn't be going in the first place. If them really want us to take them seriously, ladies and gentlemen, we need that. And we need that now. We need to hear them come. And the next thing to want to know, for relay to the future Prime Minister of Jamaica, we need to know what Mark Golding's stance is on the Samoa agreement and what he's going to do about it. Because it's an agreement that lasts 20 years. These are two things where the comrade them need to talk to, demand of their MPs to relay to the party leader. Who agree with me? If you agree, type agree in the chat. Let's continue.
While many presidents would use their position for self-enrichment, Ibrahim Troare has done the opposite. His focus has been entirely on service. He has reduced his salary, rejected the perks of office, and ensured that the government's financial resources benefit the country's development. This is true leadership in action. Ibrahim Traore's leadership is not about self-promotion or seeking personal gain. In fact, little is known.
I correct myself. Big up Mr. Morris. Mr. Williams. Big up Mr. Williams. They need to reduce it to 50%. 50%. Sorry about that. I really meant 50%. You know why I said 100? Because remember, so some of them get 200% increase, you know. Remember, so some of them get 300% increase, you know. So if you cut it in half, they will be at 150% compared to what they did there before, and some of them will be at 50% of what they did there before. So I am saying cut it at 50%. Yes. Show us that you really care about the people of Jamaica. Alright? Bolo, it's disingenuous. What do you mean? Oh, sorry about that. Somebody have called me. Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Bolo.
How you doing, sir?
What's going on? I just tuned into your programming.
Yes, man. You know what's alive.
But I hear you blazing the fire on the politicians for the 300% increase, man, because the country cannot afford it.
Cannot, man. Cannot.
Look here. You see, alright. I'm going to give you some information. Last week I got full information that Jamaica National Small Business Loan, they are going belly up. Most of these business persons who borrowed money from them and they're hustling in the street like sell goods and so on.
Mm-hmm.
Those borrowers are nowhere to be found. They turn off their phones and they have relocated. So the JN small business is under pressure. I just spoke to someone from there last week. It's going belly up. Those people who used to provide things in Coronation Market and all over downtown, we have the informal vendors and so on.
Right.
Business collapse. Security guards, practical nurses who used to go and borrow money from them, they can't find them. They turn off their phone and relocate.
The backside.
Yes, man.
What's going on?
Yes, man. The place smash up, man. It's worse than how Omar Azan has expressed it to be.
Mighty God of Daniel.
Yes, man. The place smash up, man. Wreck. Right now on the ground, I can tell you, the economy locked tight. No way to get through. Yes, man, I'm telling you, man. Everybody's feeling it, Bolo.
Wow.
But it's sad to say that the government did this 300% increase, knowing that the economy wouldn't be able to absorb those increases.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, look at Ibrahim Troare situation. Eh? A country we have gold. A country have all those resources, and the man still cut the man them salary same way, brother.
And he's a well-respected leader worldwide too.
Well, not by the ones them were wicked.
Yeah.
Even respected by the West, none at all. Them want him gone.
Well, I'm telling you, the amount of damage that Andrew Holness has done to Jamaica, the damage will last for hundreds of years to come. And I don't know what will happen when he loses, because from all indication now, if he loses, he plans to be strong in the opposition in parliament, because he's fighting for the representatives for different constituencies. So he's putting a strong role on the delegate contingency. So he can always stand as leader. So he's prepared for any side, whether win or lose.
What?
Yes, that's why.
God have a plan for you.
Boy, I don't know, the man, I see this man every day on his social media, and he's a very happy man. I don't see that man with any worries in the world. What does he have to lose, Bolo? He doesn't have anything to lose. He went in as a poor young man. He's still young. I'm telling you, Andrew Holness is the most fortunate person right now in the world. The man comes into politics without nothing. With nothing. And he has amassed this fortune. Remember, he's not only he has done it for his wife too, you know. His wife is a separate billionaire from the husband. You know. So just think about the kind of money they have combined. They are both wealthy in cash, wealthy in real estate, and the real estate that they own, luxurious real estate, no foolish property that fetch small money, big monies. And it's the equivalent to the wife. So why would Andrew Holness be worried? I hear you say yes, people calling for him to go to prison, but I would have to see that happen. I have to be realistic, you know. This is Jamaica. Because I don't see a man with so much money going to prison. And he's a former prime minister. Going to which prison, man? I'm not going to any prison, Bolo. We have to wake up and come into reality unless the people demand it. And the people are not organized. Politicians are organized, you know. The police force is organized, the army is organized, but the people on a whole, they are not organized. So I don't see the prime minister going to any prison. You there?
There, man. There, man.
Yes. Remember, you know, the man's wife alone can pay the bribe, you know, and he doesn't even have to touch his pocket, you know. That's how wealthy they are. I don't see him going to any prison. Because if a man knows he's going to go to prison, he wouldn't be so happy every day, brother. The man well polished and shine now. When last you look at his social media handle.
You check it, the
man has no problem in this world. He's strictly celebrating. He's celebrating. Then Bolo, look how many persons try to go for big money, and it's either they die or they go to prison.
Yeah.
The man has achieved all that amount of money. He's now calling himself a doctor. So what he has done is rebrand himself, but it's not working. The doctor in front of his name not working. You realize, right?
Realize, man.
He wanted to rebrand and repackage and expect to deceive the people with the name doctor. But it's the same Andrew Holness. But everybody else is starving right now, I can tell you. Look here, man. Azar knows why he's speaking, because his businesses are closing down. And he couldn't take it anymore. And he has pay bill to deal with. And every Friday he's confused when he realizes that the money is not coming in to pay his workers. So he is operating at a massive loss, you know. Just interpret what the man is saying. Remember, you know, he couldn't expect.
Has the mainstream media covered that audio?
No, but thank God for social media, because, man, every crevices and corner you go in social media, man, it is dear Bolo. Right now, Omar Hassan is the man, because We knew all along that the economy has collapsed, but for him as a business leader to come out explicitly, we have to thank him for bolstering our argument that we have been making for many months now.
Very true, very true.
Bolo, the country collapsed, man. The Prime Minister is just tricking the crowd. I tell you that a loaf of bread and toothpaste, those items are out of the reach of many Jamaicans right now as we speak. Rice and peas is a dream, because most of them can't even find the coconut or the coconut powder to make the rice and peas. Every sector is down, you know.
My goodness.
I'm telling you, man, whenever the Prime Minister speaks, he's speaking about somewhere else. It's certainly not Jamaica.
Right.
But I'm going to say again, we are a careless set of people. I remember when Dr. Peter Phillips came out, you know, and warned us about Andrew Holness in 2011, that the man was spending illegal money. I remember when he even, in response, Andrew Holness went for a lawyer called George Souter and sent Dr. Peter Phillips a defamation letter, pre-action letter, and said that he's going to sue. I remember, you see what those guys do to tread along the way and use the law as a cover-up?
Them doing it right now.
Yeah. The man instructed George Souter to write Dr. Peter Phillips a pre-action letter. And George Souter was a high-powered attorney. I think he died recently. Right? He and Tom Tavares Finson occupied the same law chambers.
Okay.
Downtown, yes. And the man frightened Dr. Peter Phillips with defamation. And Dr. Peter Phillips was only trying to protect Jamaica. So I'm looking back, and I'm saying, you know, Dr. Peter Phillips is a man who deserves our respect, Bolo. Look here.
Real talk.
If we had followed up on what Dr. Peter Phillips said, you know, we wouldn't have Andrew Holness to deal with through all these years after 2011, and now it's 2025.
All the other people around him.
Exactly.
True.
Look here, they're going to fight with all sort of bandolo thing to win this election, you know, but it's not going to work. I am the first one to tell you, you know, that the reduction in bond and luxury vehicles is not going to work because the economy is not producing, so it can't work. It doesn't matter what announcement they come with, Bolo, it is not going to work because the economy is non-productive.
Right.
So that is it's just written on paper. It is of no effect in real life in Jamaica.
Right.
Then once the economy is stagnant, how is that going to work?
Don't make no sense.
Man, I hear that pensioners have you even brought it on your program, and I'm hearing it elsewhere that pensioners are having difficulty receiving their sums on a monthly basis.
You know, most people call me.
I heard about it. These guys are very dangerous, you know. The men went into parliament and gave themselves 300% increase, and the judges too, you know. So what? They were buying out the judges, so when they do their illegal acts, they can go to the court and get victory. So, because he knew he was going to sue Integrity Commission, he literally set up the judges with the increases.
You think Sam, I think that far ahead?
Yes, man. That guy, look here. The man was trained by Hugh Crasry, the owner of SSL. Those guys are financial mercenary, well experienced from FinSac days. Remember Michael Hilton, who is former Solicitor General, you know, took on Hugh Crasry, you know. Hugh Crasry beat them even under the PNP, you know, and have all his properties still, you know. So can you imagine Hugh Crasry with a GLP who he actually owns the GLP party? He's flying high. The amount of court orders that UCRAS will breach during the FinSac era is unbelievable. He did not surrender any of his properties, neither for Dr. Paul Chen Young. He literally went around all the court orders.
Yeah.
So just imagine now. Me tell you, the man is still in Jamaica like normal, doing business as usual, except without SSL. But he has enough luxurious properties to deal with already. Nothing doesn't change about UCRAS. All he's going to do is travel to and from and enjoy Jamaica same way. Then you think he would leave Jamaica with all those luxurious properties he has here?
I would.
No, man, he's not. He's not going to leave Jamaica, man. Jamaica is his paradise.
Pot of gold. A pot of gold.
Yes, man. He owns property on the beachfront in Miami Bay, St. Anthony, you know. Yes, man. Along with the same minister there who has 4 ministries in one and last name up in SSL building. They have property in Miami Bay, man, St. Anthony, beachfront.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions.
Wow.
Yes. Boy, I'm telling you, the damage that the Prime Minister has done to Jamaica, man, is severe. But I think there is going to be a separation between PNP politicians and JP politicians. It's no longer the boys club, because when Mark Golding comes into power and realizes that the country is broke and cannot afford to finance his budget, I think he's going to get at them. He's going to need back some of those monies and properties to run the country. You don't think so?
Of course. Lock them up and seize their asset.
Well, let us see, you know, man. But boy, the place is in a terrible condition. It's crazy, Bolo. Okay?
Yeah, man, respect.
Alright.
I mean, I think I made my point where Ibrahim Troare is concerned. You know, a young man coming from humble beginnings, came into the ranks of the army in Burkina Faso, and Sassy come out of a plate. You think it's easy? He said Sassy attacking ears, you know, and they in a plate. Anyway, I say again to our comrades, all well-thinking Jamaicans, anytime I see the PMP officials echo this, we need to know what is the party's stance on the Samoa agreement, and more importantly, or as importantly, we need them to cut the salary of all politicians in half. Yes. Whenever the economy, how you doing, Sassy 81? Whenever the economy starts to grow and the lifestyle of the regular Jamaicans increase, they can then after that think about an increase or go back to wherever they were. But the politicians need to do the work for the people, to empower the people, right? Not to be as wealthy as them. That's not tangible. But to give them the opportunity to do so. Because it takes discipline to gain wealth, you know. They have to give them the opportunity. We have to get the education. We have to get the training. You have to get the people exposed to certain things. Education is a big part of it. Right? You have a man like Marvin. You know Marvin burn the fire wicked. Him come like the lady we call me. Marvin, when him talk about the politician, him burn the fire so bad, so hot. We need a man like him where have some knowledge. You understand? We're investing and stuff like that is concerned. And the government have an actual program where you teach these brilliant youths. You see all them youth that we are scamming them something there? If then to put their mind and their energy in the right things and investment and so forth, them can still live that life through investment instead of the scamming. But we have to have a structure of education for that. Right? But I pray the spirit of Ibrahim Troare resonates in every single member of the People's National Party and the UIC. You understand? Any one of them win, this energy of a leader we need for Jamaica. Point blank period. I'm done talk. Hey y'all, please remember to hit the like button. I know y'all come in sometimes and y'all forget, but the main thing, man, y'all gotta hit the like button, man. Right. And share the live stream. Come on now. Stop playing. Support. The like button is free, heard?